Hey everyone, it's Leo Young here, and Boss Baby nominated for Best Animated Feature. Now I'm sure some of you have heard about it, but let's actually dive into what the hell is going on. Sorry for the kids. So The Boss Baby was certainly a somewhat divisive movie. The movie grossed a total of $498 million worldwide, which is certainly impressive, though the reviews say otherwise. The movie currently holds a 52% on Rotten Tomato amongst critics as well as audience, marking one of the few occasions of audience actually agreeing with the critics last year. Now, that certainly explains why more than a few heads were turned when this news was announced at the Oscars. This wouldn't be the first time that a not-so-well-regarded movie received a Best Feature nomination. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close was infamously nominated for Best Picture despite having a 46% on Rotten Tomatoes, with some critics calling it a blatant Oscar bait. Perhaps what makes Boss Baby more galling is that the beloved Lego Batman wasn't even nominated for an Oscar. But furthermore, the movie Boss Baby was nominated alongside Coco, Love and Vincent, and The Breadwinner, making the Boss Baby seem somewhat out of place when in comparison. The Boss Baby certainly faces stiff competition, so time will tell if the nomination really means anything for the movie. The Oscar winners will be announced on March 4th. I've seen The Boss Baby, and personally, I loved it. I didn't love it. I enjoyed it. It's a DreamWorks movie. They made Shrek, so it's like, what else could they do that would be great? Boss Baby has a very interesting story about babies who mentally grow up, but they physically stay babies as a way for... It's just a whole lot. The story is interesting, but I do not believe that this movie deserves the Best Animated Feature. But it is true that there are a number of films in the past, I want to say decade and a half, maybe, or half a decade, that don't seem like they deserve what they got. The one movie that's like bursting in my head is Suicide Squad. As to how Suicide Squad is the first superhero movie to actually win, I believe it was the Oscar or an Emmy. No, Emmys go to people, Oscars go to movies, something like that. How Suicide Squad managed to win, being one of the most negatively received movies of DCEU, is far beyond me. But it's also known that Rotten Tomatoes has recently gotten like a bad push, that people are like, oh, people are being paid to say this about Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes is not trustworthy. But it's both the critics and the Rotten Tomato audience that like it even says, they're near the same level. Usually it's one side's up here or the other side's up there or down here and all that. But this consensus is pretty much the same. Boss Baby should not have been nominated for the Best Animated Film. But hey, like I said, it's March 4th. I guess the real situation is, while Boss Baby was nominated, it's up to us to see what movie would actually make it. Coco, Love and Vincent, or The Breadwinner. Personally, I've never seen or heard of Love and Vincent or The Breadwinner, but Coco seems to be on the next level, so I'm trying not to say curious again. I'm really interested to see where this goes. But hey, if Boss Baby wins, it's not like this will be the first time crap like that happened. And then what are we going to do? Are you going to boycott the Oscars? Because everyone's boycotting the Oscars, or Netflix, or the bus. Boycotts apparently are the biggest thing of 2018. So yeah, anyways, if you want to see any more of the sources, the links are down in the description below. But otherwise, if you found this video informative or enjoyable, please hit the subscribe button to get access to our notification gong to get updated to our next videos. Or if you do not feel like that, you can still show support to the channel by liking, commenting, and sharing with your friends and family. Like I always say, I'm Leo Young. This is Impressive Graphics Media. See you in the next one, and stay impressive.